welcome to the channel. It's a cruise life. I'm Pete, and today I want to discuss whether it's worth booking an excursion to Sorrento. Now, Sorrento is a great base for tourists. It's close to Positano, the island of Capri, Pompeii, Herculaneum, Mount Vesuvius. It's close to the Amalfi Coast, and the Amalfi Coastal Road is arguably one of the world's greatest and most scenic drives. So if you're booking an excursion from a cruise ship, is Santorini really worth adding into that excursion? But for me, it's only a stop-off point. There are plenty of alleyways and shops and cafes and restaurants, and you know, from my point of view, that's what we used it for. It wasn't really this hotspot, this tourist hotspot where you wanted to explore and discover what the place had to offer, because ultimately you just had a couple of hours there. So it's a case of finding a restaurant, have a bite to eat, and you're getting back to your coach. But for us, lunch it was, and we discovered this restaurant. It was a bit of a hidden gem, and we discovered it by mistake, really. The service was superb, the food was superb, it was reasonably priced, it was just relaxing. The pizzas in this part of the world are something else. The service was superb, and we couldn't ask for more. Now, if this restaurant is one that takes your fancy, you just go past the bell tower there on the left, this churchy thing, turn right, and it's just through the door on the left up the stairs. The restaurant has a placard on the wall. It's called the Garden di Janeiro. So our bellies were full, and we headed off down towards the waterfront to take in some of those views. Now, you won't find many beaches in Sorrento. The coastline consists of high walls and sheer drops on the cliff faces, and these walls were built by the Greeks in the 4th century. The walls were then rebuilt in the 16th century to protect the city from pirates and Saracen invasions. I just wanna love you, just wanna hold you, just wanna... Whilst there are no sandy beaches as such, it is quite a spectacular coastline. Check out these unbelievable views. This would be a great place to take a drone up, but there are so many restrictions. So that was a fleeting visit to Sorrento, and it was time to head back to the coach. And you can see there were so many fantastic looking restaurants and cafes, but unfortunately there just wasn't enough time. The Amalfi Coast and Sorrento in particular are famous for their lemon groves. The lemon trade in this part of the world is huge. The lemons themselves are huge. Now, whether it's lemon marmalade or lemon jam or lemon candles or even limoncello, make sure you pick up something before you go home. One of our visits to Sorrento, we visited a limoncello factory, and the stuff that they produce was unbelievable. So make sure you bring home a couple of bottles of limoncello, which is an Italian lemon liqueur. So on this particular trip, we did get the opportunity to drive along that Amalfi Coast road before heading off to a family-run olive grove. This tree here has got to be hundreds of years old. It was split in two by lightning, and it survives to this day. There's an old style olive press whereby this stone roller would crush the olives into a paste from which the olive oil would be extracted. It would be hard work, so they'd use horses to turn this grinding stone. It's a tool was over, we headed down to this outdoor restaurant area. We had a bite to eat and a glass of wine. Once we were fed and watered, we headed off to the gift shop, which was basically all things olive oil and limoncello. So that was a great day out. We were out for about 8 hours. We travelled from the cruise port in Naples. We visited Pompeii, Sorrento and a bit of the Amalfi Coast. Ideally we'd have spent more time in Sorrento, but you know, hey ho, that's what happens when you book these cruise excursions. You don't get too long anywhere, but you get a little bit of a snippet of everything. Hope you enjoyed that video today. If you did, please consider subscribing, hit that like and leave a comment.